Hey, who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Lepre, King Mike L. This is Legit Paranormal, brought to you by legitpodcast.com. It is August 11th, 2024. 811-224. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8. 8 times 1 is 8, times 1 is 8. That's my math. Joining me as always, her Parah.
I forgot what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. It's normal. My bad.
Oh,
you're supposed to say normal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's me. Okay.
I should have talked about that in pre-production.
Yeah, you should have. You're bad.
So, Sarah, we are... so Legit Paranormal has been running now forever, years. Okay. On top of that, I looked up my own podcasting history, and like I said, my last that I could show is 2017, but I know that I did at least 3 years before that, all fantasy football though. So it's been a long time. There's a lot of hours of me out there talking, and none of it's good. And let me tell you something. Speaking of that, Sarah, we here at Legit Paranormal and legitpodcast.com, we do paranormal shows, but now we're branching out to other type of shows as well. Not in place of, but as well, right? That's about fair to say.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this then. How shall I phrase this question? We play repeats, right? We play the vault, meaning explain the vault.
The vault is just classic episodes. So because you just mentioned how many hours you have, there are that many hours of shows. So we thought, why not put them up for people that haven't seen them?
Well, it's not just that though, Sarah. Here's a good point I wanted to make. For anyone that might say, like, say they phrased it like this. Why is he putting up old podcasts with old co-hosts? And my response is co-hosts. I've been doing the show the whole time. It's my show. If I want to put the show up, I'll put the show up. I'm the Plymouth Rock of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm here and I'm still doing it, guess what? I can show repeats of myself. And if you happen to be on a repeat and you don't come off looking so good, guess whose fault that is?
That would be yours. You're not yours, but theirs.
Yeah. So if you were a douchebag and you come off on repeats like a douchebag, guess what?
You're still a douchebag on the show.
Oh yeah. On top of that, yeah. And then on top of that, here's the second thing too. I don't know if people have figured this one out. This no-brainer, but in the complaint department, if you got a complaint for me in any shape or form, keep it to yourself. Because I don't even want to. I don't want to sound elitist because I'm not. I feel like I'm. You know me. I have no self-confidence at all. I just don't want to read. I don't want to hear their. I don't want to read anybody's stuff. And don't ever. Let me just say this really quick. Don't ever act tough in any way, please. No, I'm not you. Just this is my open. I'm just saying, please, in your deliverance of stuff, like, don't just hit me up and But anyways,
wait. Can I add one thing to what we just talked about?
Yes, you can. Yes, you may.
As far as playing repeats goes, so people might have co-hosted. There is a lot that goes on to putting on a show besides just showing up and talking.
Oh, that's true.
So the work, the ownership belongs to the production company. So
the production, the videos, the music, all that stuff.
The videos, music, keeping StreamYard going, keeping the website up to date.
Oh yeah. They've never seen the red credit card line that comes across when you're late on the StreamYard bill. They don't understand that pressure. That's pressure. I hate that line. I always exit out. I mean, the minute I see it, because they're always on your ass. Like, oh, hey, you're gonna pay a guy. StreamYard to me is like a person that would be like, hey, guy, you can pay your bill. You can pay your bill, not guy. Can you pay your bill? Like they're no Timu. Like Timu is the motherfucking Mac. Like I would date Timu because you would too. Because you know why? Timu
don't give up.
Attention. Timu is there nonstop, and they do crappy things like I told you the byline, the front line. It said, "Shh, we've got a secret for you." Like, what the fuck, Timu? Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that to me.
Maybe I should try dating Timu. Because there are, like, at least you can reliably count on their texts and emails.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know,
it breaks.
their stuff breaks.
Yeah, think about that. You're dating Timu, and it breaks. That's
not all of it. Some of it is quality crap.
Yeah, but eventually it all falls apart. I think Timu is biodegradable. I think they make their stuff so it falls apart, and then it goes back into the earth and becomes flowers.
That's fine. That's my relationships too.
So. I have no science degree, but this is what I'm saying. So, anyways, Sarah, we at Legit Paranormal, I mean, we have touched on all kinds of topics paranormal. Now, when I say that, I mean I've talked to some people in cryptology, some people in UFOs, some people that are strictly like ghosts, some people that like fairies. I've talked to people from all different parts of the world, right? I've heard
cryptozoology. Let's recap.
Yeah, whatever. What, did I say it wrong? I said it wrong? All right.
Cryptology, which would be the study of crypts, which would also fall under paranormal.
All right, wait. So, but wait a minute. The word cryptology implies that it's a science, right?
Well, ology is technically a suffix that just means the study of. It doesn't imply it's a science because there can also be ologies in things like history. There's anthropology, which is a social science. We always forget about the social sciences when we say the word science. Not all of them are chemicals and reactions and, you know.
Science is a guy in a white coat with beakers. Beakers. That's what a scientist is. Now, listen, for the past hosts that appear on these shows or, you know, that we talk about, we really don't. There's no hard feelings with anyone. We're just trying to play the shows that we thought were the best. So if it ends up being a show that you were on, I apologize, I guess, but I really don't because we're just showing a show that you did, right? That only makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense to you, sir?
What you're saying is we're going to continue to do the vault. I think we're going to add a few more nights a week, and we're going to start replaying shows just so that we have more live content.
It's our shows. Why can't we show them? I'm asking, do you agree, Sarah?
Yes.
Do you agree, Pally?
I guess so.
Pally's in too, so we're all together now.
Yep.
We're in agreement. We move forward. Listen, the thing about the paranormal game, seriously, is that it's full of a lot of people that, God almighty, the posts that they put on Facebook, the look at me today type stuff, it makes me feel sick. When anyone does that in general, though, it makes me feel sick. They're constantly like, hey, look at me. I'm at the zoo. And then,
wait a second, Mike, because to be fair,
I'm not being fair, but I'm not being fair.
Okay, well, but let me can I play devil's advocate for a second?
Oh, of course you can. I don't care what you play. You can play any of Pacino's movies, anything you want.
It was a good movie. That was
a great movie.
Keanu Reeves. A great movie. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that Meta and these other companies, I had to take a survey today on Meta. Meta wanted me to take a survey. Did you get this survey from them about how they're doing? Meta.
I did get a survey, but I would not fill it out.
Oh, I did. And I took the chance to absolutely tell them what I thought of them. And part of the problem is people just, it doesn't, the algorithms don't look at the quality of content. They just look that you're posting things. And the more you post things, the more they show what you post. So if you're trying to grow a following for a small business or because you want an attention or whatever reason, or you're trying to grow a following, you have to constantly post things. And, there's not always.
No, there's a problem. See, here's my problem with that. The whole thing about You have to be posting things all the time. I have a
Yeah.
problem. You know what it's called?
What?
Life. I have a life. I have to live a life. Like, I got things I got to do, guy. Like, I got kids. I got a family. Like, I got stuff I want to go do. You know what I mean, guy? Like, I'm not. Don't ever get it twisted that
Why do you do things? You don't do things. I have to check this fact. I'm gonna have to do some background research. I'm gonna have to call in the entire research team, the squad, and pose the hypothesis.
Sarah,
I'm writing something down.
I know, but let me speak for everybody. What the are you talking about?
I'm saying you don't do things.
Oh my God! Look at me. I'm in a happy land. Look at me, king shirt. Look, I'm in a happy place, dude. I don't do things. I traveled here. I left the bar to come down to this happy place for you. So shut up, please.
Wait, do you have a palm tree in the background? Is that what that is?
No. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, there is. There's a palm tree.
Do you live in a place with
palms? What's that?
Do you live in a place with palms?
Do I live in a place with palms? I don't know.
Do you live in a place with palms? I have 2 palms.
I have 2 palms. Hold on, I'm trying to set something up for us. So look, on the paranormal world, right?
Yeah.
On the paranormal side of things, it's just messed up. I've actually gotten into parts of it way more in the last 3 years of me like doing these shows and helping people learn how to do their own shows. Because look, it's almost band-like in the sense where we started to see bands that we either taught or they came from, we built, you know? So
yeah,
it's nothing to be mad about. It's just to be proud of, you know?
I wasn't mad. I just liked how you slipped that one in there. It was super subtle.
Just saying. So what was I saying? Do you remember? Are you listening?
You were getting something ready for us.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, anyways, I've gotten more into the paranormal, but in certain ways, and I mean like what's going on really in the world. Like, I got to the point with the whole ghost stuff and everything, every level, and I started to say, what are we really? Should we really be worried about in the world right now? Like, what? I don't think I should be worried about Bigfoot. Like, I appreciate somebody that's going to go looking for Bigfoot, but I don't think that I feel like my time is going to be well spent if I go look for Bigfoot, right?
Right.
All right. If I go UFO hunting and I take photos of orbs, if I show you bright lights in the sky, what does that accomplish?
Well, UFO hunting, I'm not sure. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. You jump out of trees and throw spears, and they got a net, and when you catch it, you have to ride it with a cowboy hat.
I mean, of all the paranormal things, of all the paranormal umbrella, I started with parapsychology, spirits, consciousness, right?
Yes.
And I moved into sort of like investigating, looking at ghosts. Of all the things, I think ufology is the one thing we should be paying attention to because it's the thing that's most important to our lives probably right now. But
the other problem that I've been having is that like I've now formed opinions on certain things, and when I hear somebody start to give the same story that's opposite of the opinion, and they have the same phrases, you know what I mean? When you see like feel like you're watching a repeat, or somebody just regurgitates something they read.
You know what I can't stop watching right now? I'm sorry, I'm totally distracted. It's the ADHD, is that somebody keeps tuning in and then shutting off. It's like, I think it's someone that like love hates you probably.
You know, there's a lot of people that want to see if we mention their names. It's almost like we've almost become romper room with a romper room of podcasts. It's like people tune in to be like, and I see so-and-so and I see so-and-so. So they can have their ass itch and complain about the fact that we said so-and-so during the show. As if it matters. All right. So, Sarah, I'm going to play a clip of a bunch of stuff that's been bothering me.
Okay.
We'll see what you think of it. We'll see what everyone else thinks of it. How do you want to do this? Like this? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Let me see how loud I can make it. Hold on. Let me see how loud I can make this.
The offspring diet. These mosquitoes?
Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of weird things going on in the world, and I've been freaking out about it. I always try to talk to you about it, but you don't want to listen. So now you have to. Words on a show. Here we go.
No.
Offspring die off. The lethality gene they put in, it actually doesn't kill all the mosquitoes. It only kills the females. The males go on living. In other words, the GMO mosquitoes do bite humans. Some of the programs are about using the mosquito.
Now, what this is a program used to deliver vaccines or other things, drugs, to humans via mosquitoes.
Did we start a conspiracy theory show and I wasn't aware of it?
No. This is something that it's one of the things they are testing. It's actual things, this is something that they're showing you. They're actually testing the logistics of using mosquitoes. Listen.
Okay.
Like vaccinating people against their will.
That's a little bit too far to the red, but
2022 NPR.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
Wait, just watch it.
Vaccinated people using these GMO mosquitoes. One of their lead scientists on the program told the publication that we use the mosquitoes like they're 1,000 small flying syringes. Well, look, what's the big concern here? Well, partially true narratives are being used to roll out a program to release GMO import companies.
Okay, now that's the GMO part of it. First, let me say what the problem is with that really quick. They couldn't have picked a more Republican-looking kid if they tried. Like that almost looked like that guy Jesse Waters. Is that his name? The guy, come on, the guy in Fox, Jesse with the black hair. Like he almost like an impersonation of him.
I don't watch Fox.
And they had dude, it doesn't matter. If you think one's better than the other, you're wrong.
No, I don't think one's better than the other. I just don't watch it, so I don't know who you're talking about.
I always tune in because I like to see both sides. I want to hear what they're both yapping about. So, anyways, they ruin. This is one of those things where they ruin the information by saying something stupid. Like in other words, he went right to the
against their will.
Yeah, no, but vaccines. He went right to vaccines. That's not my issue here. Like I watched this and I was like, wait a minute. These mosquitoes, if possible, if given the right stuff, cyanide.
Because spread disease. Well, mosquitoes spread disease anyway.
But they could, dude.
Yellow fever.
Who cares about vaccines? Like I wouldn't waste time to put a vaccine in a mosquito. I need to put something that kills somebody or something that does something else. Not that I would ever do that with mosquitoes. I love mosquitoes. I've never met mosquitoes. I just want to keep my job. So to all the mosquitoes that I've insulted, I apologize. Keep flying. Keep drinking blood. Thank you. So Sarah, yeah. What do you think of that?
I mean, I don't know, dude. It seems unlikely that this could be an actual delivery method.
Why?
Mosquitoes. Well, because wouldn't whatever they're having the mosquito deliver kill the mosquito? It's just a mosquito.
Dude.
How are you going to put enough of whatever we need in our body to either vaccinate or make sick a human being in a mosquito without?
See, you're stuck on the fact that they used the vaccine word. If you took the word vaccine out of what they just said and they said any kind of
delivery method, well,
yes,
okay, so if they
terrifying
cyanide, terrorism in a biological weapon in the mosquito, it would kill the mosquito.
Mosquito might hold on to it for a while. Who knows? Have you met a mosquito?
No, but I've known or dated a lot of men that act like mosquitoes.
You killed them?
No, they just suck you dry and then they go away or whatever. Yeah.
All right. Enough of that. We're looking at pigs. So that's one of the things that I saw. What?
I'm on a very tiny screen right now. So I said, are those pigs or sheep? Because I can't.
They're pigs. Here we go.
Okay. In America, the Chinese government owns this company now. China is buying up all this farmland. They're growing their pig food here.
Silent Bob?
and then shipping the pigs to China.
Using our resources.
Where's the line? There's not really laws put in place for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But now they're starting to pick up on it, because I think Florida and Texas put out this thing where the Chinese government cannot buy any farmland.
Mhm.
Another example was Saudi Arabia. At one point, Saudi Arabia was the nation's 5th largest grain producer. It's a desert country, right? So what they did was they tapped into all their aquifers. In the whole desert, they just pumped full of water to grow this grain. Well, guess what? Aquifers ran out. What they've been doing is going to different nations, buying land to grow grain. As an example was in Arizona. They bought a crap ton of land, tapped into the aquifers, and they're sucking all the water up. So all these surrounding homes, all of their wells are dry now. But there's no law that restricts how much you can pump out of the aquifers.
How do you rein all this back in? It's like, can you?
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
All right. By the way, that's Barry Stepp. His name will be in the bottom thing. Love watching this guy. He deals with all this weird stuff. Now, what did you think of that, Sarah? The fact is that in this United States, Bill Gates is what? Is he the number one farmland owner? He owns the most farmland in the United States?
Is that true?
I think he's close. I think he's one of the closest ones. And there was an issue with Russia or China buying farmland in the United States.
Well, so I know in Florida, because I sold real estate in Florida, if you are from a foreign country purchasing land, I didn't do commercial real estate, or homes, that has to be disclosed. And there are certain laws that have to be followed with that. In Florida here, when you're going to look for rental properties, the majority of our rental homes are owned by people in China. So I know that's become a real estate issue. So I don't see it being too crazy to think that the same thing would be happening with farmland. I thought that there was certain laws about how much water farms could use.
As of July 17th, 2024, by Yahoo Finance, Bill Gates owns 275,000 acres of U.S. farmland, ranking as the nation's largest private farmland owner. That doesn't terrify you at all?
You want to take that one? Or are we going to ignore it now?
No. It's very easy. What does the word paranormal mean, Sarah? What's
it
para?
means outside of the normal.
Oh.
Or to the side of, technically.
Oh.
To the side of normal.
So you mean different?
Yeah, I mean different.
So if someone was expecting, say, like just UFOs and Bigfoot, and then they saw us talking about all the stuff that's really going on, that is paranormal in its own sense, wouldn't that be different?
Well, yeah, it'd be different. And I think the thing is that paranormal people cover conspiracy theories, and the umbrella can be quite large. So
I know. That's a long answer, and I appreciate that long answer. It's well thought out. What I'm saying is the word paranormal means different, beyond normal.
It literally just means to the side of normal. Para meaning
different. We agree. Can we hear in the word different?
It's different. It's not normal. Within the normal range, within a scope.
As far as shows go, would you consider this normal?
I would consider it paranormal for a legit paranormal.
Because it's different. Yeah. It's different, right?
Yeah.
So I answered your question. You're welcome. Good luck to you. So, all right, we'll go on to the next part of this video.
Rein it all in because they don't care. It's not the will.
I love his.
We live in a simulation. ChatGPT says
you might argue that the probability of an intelligently designed universe is close to 100%.
I think, therefore I am. The observer effect suggests that reality is subjective, that things manifest via observation. In quantum physics, the double slit experiment showed that we have wave-particle duality. And basically, everything is in waveform until we observe it, then it manifests into particles, as in matter. And if you look at the definition of matter, look, it says, physical substance in general, as distinct from mind and spirit in physical. that which occupies space and possesses rest mass, especially as distinct from energy. That's one definition of matter. But then remember this one: be of importance, have significance. You know, it matters or it doesn't matter. This suggests that things matter when we materialize it via observation or our mind. I think, therefore I am. Now, we all know the power of thought, but what if this is reality itself? That what we believe, we see. Not what we see, we believe. I always say that science is man's imperfect conclusion of God's perfect creation. And now the people at the front lines of modern physics and science all say, well, this must mean that we're in a simulation created by aliens. Which, whatever, it's a better theory than it all came by random occurrences and explosions. But I see it as we live in this energetic field. And yes, our observation does manifest reality. But have you ever listened to near-death experiences? The people cross over to the spirit realm, and when they come back, their family is like, oh, you must have been dreaming, or that was a release of DMT, it was a hallucination, and they all say, no, where I just was more real than this. This life is but a dream compared to where I was. So if even a supercomputer like ChatGPT is saying things like,
the probability of an intelligently designed universe is close to 100%.
then we can only assume that it is true. We do live in an intelligently designed place. Right now, reality itself is subjective. So when we're arguing over things, don't you see that believing is seeing? So those who believe in the round earth are always going to see a spherical earth just because that is what they believe. So they have to see it. Only until their reality is challenged could they ever see this. Of course, I believe demonic forces are at work, messing with people's realities, with their perceptions, making things matter that shouldn't, and making things not matter that should. But the fact that there is scientific proof to intelligent design and modern science is covering it up tells you all you need to know. So as we argue over these material things, shouldn't we get to the energetic roots of it all? Until we all reach unity in the faith. Science has already figured out that we live in an intelligently designed universe. So now we should all at least agree on that. And then maybe we can find who created it.
Sarah.
Wait. Question. If we live in an intelligently designed universe, why are there so many stupid people?
Oh, because there's got to be a balance. You got to balance it out. Like it's like, I think as of now, the government has it as it's 18 stupid people to one intelligent person.
Oh God, that makes sense.
That's the quota. Now listen, you know what's weird? That guy just said basically what I've been saying from the start of the show till now, that he mentioned the word paranormal, by the way, in case anybody at home got a boner, like the word paranormal was said. So there it is. It's paranormal, right? Now we're happy. Everybody's happy now. So it says paranormal. And on top of that, he was saying, though, maybe it's more than that, which is what I keep saying, which is where I've been going with the paranormal. It's deeper than, it's just bigger than everything. It's a big scale thing. What did you think of what he said, though?
So I thought it was interesting. I agree with a lot of it. A lot of it makes me go back to like my studies in Buddhism and the whole idea. So much of what we experience in life comes from our own realm of experience and our own thought. Like almost, I would say 100% of what we experience in life comes from our experiences, our traditions, perceptions given to us by where we grew up, our families. And this is the part where maybe we need to be more skeptical, or I'm not going to say we need to be, where we've decided, Mike, correct, that we are going to become more skeptical of the paranormal, even on this show, because I've thought for a while that there are so many hardcore believers, and I'm not saying what they believe is right or wrong, because in truth, for them, it is 100% reality. For me, what I've seen and experienced is 100% my reality. Your reality is 100% yours. It
Okay.
doesn't mean it's everybody's.
With
So
you.
why are we fighting?
With you. So, you know, I had the idea for a t-shirt that says, your God is my God. Never mind the details.
Right?
There it is. So that was my t-shirt idea. Now, what were you just saying?
What I'm saying is that if we could take this little
Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
right into
Oh, yeah, no. I knew what it was. That's just something I do. I'm sorry. I was just busting your chops.
Okay, so you didn't actually care what I thought.
No, I know. No, I knew what you said. I was going to add on to what you say.
Okay.
So the issues that I've always had with people are this: like, if someone tells me that they saw something manifest, right? Here's the thing with me, and that I can't get across to. Say you told me you saw something manifest, like something come up, literally like a guy come up like tap dancing, like, and then he slid out of the way.
That would be terrifying.
Right, but tell me but let's pretend you told me you saw that. Here's the thing with me, and you've probably figured this out. I'm gonna believe you because here's the thing. I don't necessarily believe it popped out of the air or the ground or anywhere and danced in front of you, but I do believe you saw it. And why would I argue the details with you? Do you see what I'm trying to say to you? Like, so when someone says that to me, of course I believe them. I believe that you saw that. I don't know if something was there, but I believe you saw it.
To follow up on that, I don't know if you remember how many times. So I've been doing these shows with you over a year now.
Yep.
And how many times I bring up the idea of thought forms. And that is because if I go back to where my true interest was, which was parapsychology, which is the study of human consciousness, because even if we're talking about ghosts or any of these things, they are all derived from some type of human consciousness. So what you're saying is if something manifests in front of me and I see it, and to me it's real, then it's real and it's my experience. So I am to be believed. But that doesn't mean that something was actually physically there.
That's what I just said.
I'm just repeating it for you in a more, I don't know,
Sarah sort of way?
Yeah.
You trying to reach the Sarah people out there that just can't quite understand my lingo?
Well, just what I'm saying is like, it's not saying, not to imply that what people experience is not real. It's very real to them. It's just to say it might not necessarily. If you were standing next to me, you may not, or probably would not see the same thing. Which is why all of these experiencers, it's rare to have two people in the same room legitimately see the same thing, and not just because your buddy says, "Did you see that?" and you go, "Oh no, I did." And I believe that happens. I believe that happens. But I believe you convinced yourself that you saw it. I believe you convinced yourself you saw it because your buddy saw it.
Dude, that right there, right? What you just hit on. Here's what I have. So look, I guess the problem is that I have issues that I would like to address. So
yeah,
that happens quite a lot where one of the more experienced people will be alone, but with the new guy, one of the new people that's on the team. Oh man, they want to show the team how much they love the team and how great the team is and how much they believe in the team. So when the guy that's experienced, that wrote a book that nobody read, and he goes, "Did you hear that baby say hallelujah?" That kid gets put on the spot, like a couple of people we know, that when you get put on the spot, you can't blame the people that get put on the spot. You blame the people that put them
in your face, the camera. Did you see that? Did you hear that?
What's that kid going to say? What's that guy going to say? What's the teammate going to say? They've been hanging out all night long, right? Bonding, right? Talking about Dungeons and Dragons and like
don't go there.
Really, really great grips for Xbox controllers.
Stop it, Mike.
And they're bonding, you know.
Now you're being derogatory.
Some Boone strawberry. I don't know. Maybe they get risky wine coolers. I don't know. It could be crazy, right?
There's no
Anyways,
drinking in paranormal investigating.
if one of them hears something, so does the other one. Okay. Let's go on to
Before we go on, can we talk about something?
Sure.
Can I talk about why Sarah Paranormal, whose name has paranormal in it, because of you, I'll give you credit for that, because it was just Sarah Normal, is selling all of her ghost hunting equipment. Can we talk about that?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were. Let's talk about it. I already sold mine. I never had it.
You never had any.
I wouldn't want to go hunting for ghosts anyways. I don't want to catch a ghost.
Through this journey, through speaking with you and all of our guests and all the people we've interviewed and all of our co-hosts.
Time out.
Wait.
Let me just say this. Let me just add this one like little in thing.
Okay.
I remember a point of telling you stuff that sounded so negative, and I felt bad for saying it to you about my opinions on certain things.
Yeah.
But it was in an old guy way, which I am, of me saying like you'll see, and then you kind of did see. It wasn't like I was trying. Hey, contrary to everybody that I don't know owns a bar or like that, I don't control Sarah Paranormal in any way. It would be impossible. You can't lasso a tornado. Just like Sarah Paranormal does not speak for me. When I want to speak, I speak. And if you speak only to Sarah Paranormal and never me, guess who you spoke to?
Sarah Paranormal.
Thank you. Okay, Sarah, what else were you going to say?
So the reason isn't just purely that. The reason is that I'm prevented from discussing in detail, but I've gone through some major life things, and major life changes cause you to seek out the more spiritual, substantial part of life to focus inward in healing. And we've had this discussion about how I feel like in order to connect with the other side, I don't necessarily feel that the way anymore is to go outward looking for things. I think it's to become more inner focused and to work on my own consciousness, my own understanding. And so that's where my focus is going to be. And that's led me to become somewhat more skeptical. No, why am I pussyfooting? Can you ask what?
Let me just ask a question.
Okay.
When you go to see a medium, they say they see spirits come to them, appear, right?
Right.
So that's in their houses. Isn't it said that the spirits everywhere? I thought a lot of people say that, right? Right? Yeah. Don't people say that there's spirits everywhere, ghosts everywhere?
Yeah. I see them. I see the mediums like Dr. Xavier.
But what I'm trying to tell you is they see them everywhere. In other words, they're everywhere. The theory they all want to agree on is that they're everywhere, right? Haunted spirits, right? All right.
Right.
What makes a haunted house?
I guess what makes a haunted house is that there are external, or the spirits are causing some sort of disturbance in someone's reality. Now, is that person causing the disturbance in their own reality? That's where parapsychology would come in. It's very possible.
All right. But if there are ghosts in everyone's house,
yeah,
does that not make every house haunted? Does that not make every house haunted?
I think
it's not haunted because they're not bothering us. What does haunted mean, I guess? Doesn't it just mean that they're there?
Yeah, haunted would mean that there is some knowledge of their presence, some sort of reminder, I would say. So we can acknowledge that they're there and we can tap into it. I do see mediums kind of like a Dr. Xavier. Now, it's yet to be seen, and this is part of the study, going back to the study of consciousness, back to the parapsychology, whether or not what people are seeing, what they're experiencing, who they're talking to is not a manifestation of the person's mind, going back to what that guy just said.
Okay, but
if everything's in an energy field and you're thinking things, is it not possible that somebody could see or hear your thought forms?
I'm 100% with that. What I guess I'm trying to say is that mediums have different family members, different people step forward, so to speak, I guess is the terminology, right? Which means to me that spirits, they just can go anywhere they want. They just can go appear here. They can just stop in here. It doesn't matter.
Or they're
But then
with me.
But then there's certain ghosts that live in certain houses, and that's haunted. My theory is why I'm making fun of it is this. What I've been learning and what I've been feeling is that this is like there's an energy field. There's a vibrational thing, right? And I guess it's like one of those things where like, here's my quick example, and you're gonna appreciate the reference. When I played basketball,
Oh God, help me.
right? I would play center or point guard, depending on varsity, JV, whatever it was. But I didn't like the dribble. It made me nervous. I wasn't a very good dribbler. Now, my son can dribble where he does stuff like he goes like through his leg. He does the fake one hand. He can do the oh boy, what's the guy that was from PC? Had his own dribble move. Oh, come on. His name is God Sham God. The Sham God crossover. Anyways, my son can do all these things, right? And I say to myself, I never saw that. Like when I was a kid, I never seen anyone do anything like that. So I didn't even know that I could do that. Like I didn't know to try dribbling it through my legs and all this other shit because I never saw it. So until you see something, it doesn't exist. So if we're all programmed where we can't see what's really going on, maybe vibration wise, what's really happening around us, we can't see it. That doesn't mean it's not there. All these spirits that come through, they break through the veil, all the stuff that happens. It's all one veil. Like I don't get why people separate that shit. Like it's all one thing where if stuff is breaking through, it's breaking through. Now, when it comes to UFOs, I think they're on the ground. I think they've been in the ocean. I think that when what's his face said that when they announced that the space crafts were not made by any known man, but were not from outer space. It's like, oh boy, because they're saying they're not made. They couldn't prove. Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
They're basically saying that they they're not made by human, but they do not come from outer space. That's a weird way to put it. Like, how do you wait a minute? You can't identify it. You don't know anybody that can make it. It's made out of material that you don't even know exists, but you right away say it didn't come from outer space. Now,
Mike,
go ahead.
You're crossing the streams here because we're just talking about how reality is not reality, and now we're talking about things that were made on Earth. But if things aren't real and everything's a product of our mind, then nothing comes from anywhere.
No, that's not true.
Not from Earth, not from
all that's not true.
Nope. I'm just saying.
I came from my mom. I saw pictures. I did. There's pictures of me. I'm being honest. It's weird. There's little photos of me. I was a baby. I was a baby.
Two things. First of all, a haunting, because you asked me the question.
Yes.
And I'll say this by as much as I've learned from you, you apparently haven't listened to me talk at all for the last year.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Exactly. So hauntings by nature are not conscious. They're not conscious spirits. These are the energetic recordings, right? That's what we would call hauntings. They're just rattling around.
Would you call them naughty?
I would call them naughty by nature.
There you go. You down with ODD?
What the heck is ODD?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What were you saying?
I'm saying that if our realities can bleed into each other, I think a haunting, which is what we were talking about before, is just us witnessing something that has already happened at some sort of timeline.
You are real. I am real, right? We are all in this.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm real.
Oh, I know. I know I am. I cut myself the other day.
Have you actually even really seen me? Am I real?
I don't know. You might not be. You might be one of those Disney things they did for Tupac or Michael Jackson. All right. I want to show this. So Sarah, we're gonna get into the new schedule for us, please.
Okay, so Monday evenings, we're starting a new show at 8:05 p.m. called Legit Tonight, which is going to be our version of a old school, what would you call it, like variety type talk show?
It's gonna be a variety talk show, make people nervous type show.
That's a new added element. It's a
I can play characters.
Yeah, we're gonna do characters. We are going to do skits, pre-recorded skits. You and I both have acting backgrounds. We've decided we're gonna put those acting backgrounds to use.
Do I need to get my degree? Do I need to get my degree?
You don't need to get your degree.
I don't even know where it is. I honestly, God, it's not up there anymore. I don't know where it is.
But we've decided we're gonna put our creative minds together and do more production.
But
it's not just us going live and talking.
Sarah, what follows that show?
What follows that show at 9:05 would be the Legit Witches In.
Correct. As of now, that's the Monday lineup, right?
As of now, that is the Monday lineup. Yep.
We got a little bit of both. Tuesday is a day we're looking to fill. There will be a basketball podcast because when you go to our website, you'll see our rabbit head, and then you'll see 3 other rabbit heads, and they all got different colors. We get to play a game. My name is Simon. Blue goes to sports. Now, I'll be doing Legit Fantasy Basketball again, which is 3 years old. I'll be bringing back World of Legit Fantasy Wrestling, The Wolf, which started this gangster shit when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't have to say names because I don't want to be offensive. And then at 8:00, the news. Now,
that's Wednesday. You bled right in from Tuesday to Wednesday.
Tuesday's basketball, right?
Tuesday's basketball.
Wednesday's the Wolf wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Then at 8:00, it's legit
news.
Now, what's different about it? What's different about it, Sarah? What's different about it?
We have removed the word paranormal from the news, Mike, and we will be covering a wide array of topics on Legit News. Not just paranormal, maybe not even paranormal at all some weeks.
Yeah, maybe just something people need to hear.
It's actually going to be more like
the news. Yeah, that's weird. It's a really risky move on our part. Thursday, bringing it back at 7:05. Now look, back at 7:05. Sorry if I get a little, I cry a little. 7:05 on Thursday and 11:05 a.m. on Sunday is the return of Legit Fantasy Football. Now, that has been literally the gold standard as far as if you want to make for your draft, if you want to make fantasy last minute pickups, if you want to bet the games, we even do bombers, all kinds of different things. And we actually give people, when they message us, advice immediately on like who to start, who to sit. I'm so happy that it's back. It's what started all of this. It's literally the show that started the idea of me even doing this, was doing Legit Fantasy Football. And back joining me, at least on Sundays, is Brother Ray. I am very excited about Brother Ray joining the show again, because quite honestly, Sarah, he's the oldest co-host I ever had. And he is, when it comes to what he needs to know, he's got to be the smartest when it comes to.
Mike, can I ask you a very serious question?
His knowledge of football is scary. Go ahead, ask me.
How did Brother Ray get his nickname?
Oh, my friends used to make fun of me because whenever I would talk about him, I would say, my brother Ray said, or
I thought you were just going to say, because his name is Ray and he's my brother. I was making fun how on the nose it was, but you went into an actual.
I'm sorry, I thought you wanted an answer.
No. And then what else are we doing on Thursday?
Oh, and then it's clips at 8:00. Now, we used to do clips, right? And what did we run into? We ran into a little situation where we would have people on that would show their clips.
Oh, sorry, I sneezed.
And there's some shows, and this is true if you go back and look at our catalog, which again, go to legitpodcast.com, look us up on YouTube. I mean, we're talking about over 600 to 700 episodes on the Legit Podcast name combined with everything. We've talked to some people that by the end of the show, we had them believing that what they saw, they didn't see. Isn't that a fact?
It's true.
Yeah, that's depressing. That's depressing because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather have the person believe they saw what they saw. I don't want.
We started to have a problem with clips, and I believe this is my fault. I believe this is my fault because I fought you. Clips was the first show you put me on, and I had a problem with it from the very beginning because you told me what was I not allowed to do.
Tell somebody flat out that they're fake and full of shit. Yeah, you can't do that when you host a podcast.
So much of it was fake and full of shit.
Look, listen. Here's the thing. But here's the thing.
And I hated doing that show. I absolutely hated it. I'm not saying all of you.
No, a lot of people have some really good stuff.
A lot of people have really good stuff. But so much of it was just to the point where you'd be like under your desk scratching the bottom of it.
No, it was to the point where if I was like certain people, if it got to the point where if I was like certain people, I know I was about to file a lawsuit because I felt like they were stealing my life. I got to the point 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, where I wanted to put a lawsuit out for the 40 minutes of my life that I wasted because we're going to look at this and and it's like, even if we can't disprove the fact that you saw an orb in your backyard, what is the fucking difference? If you saw it, if you didn't see it, if we can prove you saw it, if we can't prove either way, it's a fucking orb. We're not talking about like a plane coming down or the fact that there's not enough chicken left for people to eat, water's running out. We're talking about we're arguing over the fact of whether or not somebody saw a white ball of light. Now, I get it, but I don't get it. That's my problem. That's where it comes in.
Then we pivoted, right, Mike? And we said, we're not going to have people on anymore because it's becoming too hard to find people to bring evidence on that we could even find anything nice to say about. So we're just going to come up with clips from online. That was my bad idea.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the idea.
We couldn't find any good clips online that weren't bullshit. So we just gave up on clips. So now we're going to look at clips that are like whatever. Clips of funny stuff, serious stuff, clips of things that are on the internet right now.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because the paranormal world has now entered the CG effects level of what the fuck is real? Like
you can't look at
everyone's like, no, that's not real. No, that's not real. And worst part is people are spending their life's money and life's work to hear spirits speak louder.
But Mike, this
is
the same people coming on. Listen, I'm not trying to diss anyone, but you can't go online and say, oh, that's CGI and it's so fake. But yet you're listening to a radio and you're saying ghosts are talking and you're believing every single word they said. And maybe some of them are spirits and maybe some of them aren't. Maybe it's just radio static. Maybe our minds are incredibly powerful things, as we talked about earlier. Maybe you are hearing the things you need to hear.
No, I get. I get all that What I'm saying is, who's
But
got
you can't say the clip is bullshit and then say I listened to this radio for 12 hours and then all my freaking spirit guides told me that I should.
No, I'm saying it's a rough choice to devote yourself to making it better to speak to ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Like, what?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's how I've gotten to it. So the paranormal, can we talk about like the word change? Because like I still can't get over how is this paranormal? This makes me want to drop the word paranormal from any programming at all and just call it spiritual, consciousness, whatever.
No, because I answered the question and we're past that.
Yeah, but we said we were going to change it anyways because we want to focus more on the consciousness, spiritual. That's your thing. You're doing sports.
This show is called Legit Paranormal.
Oh, God. We didn't even discuss if you were keeping this name. Okay.
This show has been called Legit Paranormal for like over 3 years.
But we have to talk about paranormal things, Mike.
I just did. I just showed that guy speaking paranormal stuff. We just discussed paranormal stuff. Just because it's not the paranormal stuff that somebody wants to hear at a certain point.
That's true.
I don't give a shit.
It's your version of the paranormal. Turn it off. We don't even turn it off then. Don't watch it.
Dude, have I ever been somebody that's been like that? You know that. Like, if you want to listen. I really appreciate you listening. I love it when people listen. And a lot of people listen on playbacks. If you don't want to listen, don't listen. Like, just don't listen. This isn't paranormal. All right, well, go outside, run in the woods. Tell me.
Here's the lesson. If you're expecting the old Legit podcast, I'm sorry, that doesn't exist anymore. Legit podcast is now going to be something different. It's going to be authentic. We're going to be true to ourselves. And we're going to cover a wide range of topics, political to social to sports to current events.
And for the record, for the paranormal community, just to state it out there, I have called correctly bullshit on many topics that it took everyone else 6 to 8 months to catch up with me, where I just called it something bullshit and I blamed the correct part of what should be blamed as opposed to what everybody else was blaming. And I was right. Dead on. And everyone that I've told you, watch out for him, watch out for her, this person, I've been dead on, right?
You have.
I don't like how they like it to be a soap opera. I don't like how they want to know so much about what you do in your day, that kind of shit. Because why does that matter to you? You know what I mean? Why does that matter? I don't care what anyone else does in a day. I've never once I wonder what the fuck my brother's doing.
Me, I find it unfortunate to say that I have been personally hurt by more people in the paranormal community than any community of people that I have ever found in my entire life. And I went to Catholic school my whole life. So
I'm
not saying all people, but I'm saying a large amount of people have been accepting as you are of ghost people, of other people's experiences. Be accepting of human beings. Sarah. Be accepting of the people around you right now.
Sarah.
Dad. Sorry.
Sarah. Do you want a reality dose? Would you like a dose of reality? Would everyone like a quick dose of reality?
No, I don't think I do, actually.
It's actually this.
If my existence is my reality.
The majority of people will be around you when they need you.
Yeah, that's true.
When they don't need you, they're not around you.
Yep.
And their reasonings always make sense. Your reasonings never make sense.
Right. Because they don't bother to listen to you.
That is life. Now, who you are in that scenario is up to you. Are you somebody that wants to go and learn with somebody and then go to a barber shop, learn how to be a barber, and then immediately open a barber shop across the street? That's called literally better than Sarah's barber shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can have that kind of stuff goes on, but it's always whatever, it's always been like that.
It's not just about what they can get from you business wise or socially. It's about your energy. We have finite energy, and I feel blessed for the people in my life that I found in this field and in other fields that have given me their time and energy and wisdom and have sat with me during difficult times. I've also done that myself for a lot of people. But I am a human being and I have infinite amount of energy as well. So if there was a period of time that I needed to withdraw my own energy, don't compare my experience to yours, my life to yours, and say, but I've had hard times too, but I've had this, but I've had that. You need to still be here for me. If I've withdrawn my energy, it's for a very, very good reason. And
it's like this. Why don't you pick up the phone? Well, I've been in a funk and I just can't do it. What do you mean? Why don't you just pick up the phone? Okay, how do I explain this again? The same way. Just been in a funk, not able to actually pick up the phone.
Right.
No one wants to believe that. They want me to believe that they saw like a 3-headed dragon come out of the ocean, eat their mom, and go to some place where everybody buys tickets to go see it. But they don't want to believe that I was in a funk enough where I couldn't pick up the phone to talk to somebody.
Right. They couldn't believe the words that were coming out of your they will believe in all the ghosts in the world, but they will not believe that someone can be so paralyzed by their own mental health at any given time that they are actually paralyzed by their mental health in that given time, and they can't pick up the phone, and they are not going to respond to you, and they need time.
Now, do I blame myself though? Yes, I am a very bad communicator with everyone.
Well, you are.
But that also falls into what I just said as an example. And to explain that to everybody, I shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to talk about that kind of stuff, right? But I feel like I have to, so they have an understanding of, hey, why isn't Mike responding today? Well, because Mike's freaked out at how many blue dots are on his fucking screen, and it makes him so upset that he just can't even look at stuff.
Well, the thing is, Mike, I wouldn't feel bad because, again, we've talked about this before, and there is a finite amount of energy we have to give, and sometimes we have just enough to give to our families, to give to our children, and so that's where it's going to go.
It's not just that. It's that I realize that the people that have the most to say never say it to me. That's been that's over the last 10, 15 years. It's like, oh, yeah, really? That's what you had to say? Didn't hear it. All right. Well, anyways, look, I'm not being negative at all. I'm really not. Like, what I'm trying to say is I'm in happy land. I'm finally feeling better to the point where this is kind of back in my control. I have an idea of what we're doing here. I don't have to keep editing myself on certain things. It's just it's bonkers. It's bonkers, like to the extent of which I have to like kind of get. I'm not doing it no more, and I get to get back into sports. We get to back in. Maybe it's a little politics. There's going to be a little. Listen, there's going to be a little. There's going to be a little bit of that, and I am going to touch that because
you are. I'm not.
It's funny. A post that I made in 2019 when I used Some Common Ground as a website domain name, and it was a podcast idea. And basically I was just trying to find some common ground between the red and blue, right? Mm-hmm. And that's how I see life. There's red and blue. That's it. Now, some of the red goes really dark red, and I just don't like it. And some of the blue goes so light blue that it's just, when you get back to blue, you're making it difficult. So they both get sides that go too extreme, and I don't like, right? I'm looking forward to talking about all the bad things on both sides, but then what do we really want as a country? Like, what topics are they throwing in our face to distract us from what actually really kind of matters, what we need to get into control of what's going on? And then my theory that our dogs would make better candidates than the red or the blue.
Spirit, Kobe Bow,
Oh, yeah.
2024, the
Yeah.
only legit choice.
They check all the boxes, and then
I mean, the flyer. I didn't get a chance to download it because we weren't actually sure we were going live tonight. We just
has there been a dog president prior to
no.
this? So they would be the first president and vice.
Yeah, and they are man's best friend. I mean, you can speak for Kobe, and I can speak for Spirit. She is very reliable. She is always there when I need her. She can stand up straight.
It's not just that. It's not
She
just
can
that.
sit.
Not just that. Spirit and Kobe Bow had discussed enough actual plans of things they're going to do as red and blue.
Squirrel, ball.
Like, I mean, we can go ask the dogs where they stand on certain topics, but I want to know what the dogs plan to do for the country, and they've told me as much as red and blue. So, as of now, Kobe Bow, I mean, well, see, Kobe Bow, he's such a, you know what it is with Kobe? He's such a, the fact that he's vice president, he's probably going to, like, you gotta watch out. He's going to, like, whack Spirit just so he can get the job, bring faith in it. He'll bring faith in as his vice. Oh, it's a coup. There's going to be a coup.
Because you want to know what? I am Spirit Secret Service, and I have cyanide mosquitoes. So there.
Dude, you and I both know if the two dogs are standing next to each other,
okay, we're not
and Kobe decided to turn and be like one of those cranes that pick up toys at a thing.
Kobe or Spirit, because we all know that Kobe would win that fight.
All you'd see is like a little the tail out of his mouth as he kind of goes like this, like with his jowls, like a pelican, as she just goes down his gullet, you know. He'd swallow her.
Look at. Okay, listen. Spirit.
Hey, Spirit, how you doing, baby? What's up? How you been?
Like, this is her new presidential seat.
Same coloring markings as Kobe too. They're gonna look perfect together. It's just that now, if you pictured Kobe in the photo, guys, he'd be bigger than both of them. His head's
Spirit
bigger
Kobe
than Kobe.
2024.
Same politics. All right, Sarah, would you like to say anything to wrap up? I know the shows don't officially start now for about a week or two. I know that. And we are, I did get a bunch of applications. Well, now I'm calling them applications as of now for shows, people that want to do shows.
Awesome.
Problem I always have is, oh, yeah, you want to do a show about what? Okay. Can you talk about it every week? Oh, I don't know about that. Well, you got to be able to make it episodic. So anybody that's looking to put a show on, get in touch. Any type of show. That's the great thing about this. Do you do a cooking show? We would love to have a cooking show. Do you do, I don't know, what do you click buttons? We don't want that show. You know what I mean? I don't want that show. Sarah, so would you like to wrap it up with anything?
So no, that was a good point, folks. We've gone over the new schedule, but we are going to take our time to make sure we're doing things right and that we have a consistent, regular schedule and that we have a plan for good programming. And I don't know, Mike, we're kind of starting from scratch. We understand that there might be some disappointment at a little bit of a departure from the paranormal. We hope that you stay on with us for the other issues because there are other things in life. And that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though. On a side note.
No.
Did you at all enjoy the fact that when we're live, it makes people have to watch?
Some people nervous.
No, they have to watch.
What do you mean? You don't have to watch.
They're so nervous.
There is a community of people.
They're so scared of Romper Room that they have to watch.
Look, we understand that we are the villain in some people's stories, probably because no one's bothered to actually speak to us.
Or ask my opinion. I mean,
or ask our opinions, or ask for the truth. You know, the truth, it's subjective. As long as people can gossip.
No, don't forget that the problem is that I really don't care. That I don't ever really get into it with anybody. I don't
care. I have a problem with people gossiping about me and then other people just 100% buying in without believing me.
Oh yeah.
Without talking to me.
Dude. That,
Don't be shocked when the person that gossiped about me starts gossiping about you. Don't be shocked.
You're trying to remind me of a One Direction song.
Don't be shocked. That's the new song. Don't be shocked.
No.
The person that gossiped about me to you gossips about you.
Have you heard the song "Story of My Life"? Anyways,
I have nothing left in here. I need more whiskey and iced tea. So can we?
Yes, I'm gonna wrap it up. Should I wrap it up?
I guess so.
Oh,
So
thanks,
I'll wrap
Pally.
it up. Thank you, Pally. So for Sarah, Parah,
Normal.
it is me, Mike Lebrey, King Mike Hill. This was Legit Paranormal, brought to you by legitpodcast.com on August 11th, 2024. Next Sunday, I know for a fact at 11:05 a.m. will be the first of Legit Fantasy Football with Brother Ray. We'll be breaking down what fantasy people you need to focus on. What if I said like in sex and we just ended the show? No, in football.
Football and sex.
Yeah,
Car chases.
fantasy sex